Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Stacker News Live. My name is Car with my BFF Keyan. Keyan, how was your week?
Yeah, I think it was pretty great. I don't know what happened to most of the days on it, but presumably they were good.
Pretty good stuff.
I think so. How about your week?
What's the vibes like outside of your window there?
The vibes out my window, it's pretty great. I have some good people watching. I get to I
Anything
usually
you ever see like that's kind of like you're kind of like, whoa. Anything like that?
not really. I mean, I see some homeless. I saw a homeless man share a Pop-Tart with another homeless man the other day. I thought that was sweet. Like they didn't know
nice
each other. It's just like one homeless man rolled up on the other one and he like pointed at his Pop-Tart box. And
Wow.
the homeless man with the Pop-Tart box gave him. He's like, "Yeah, here." And that was so sweet. That was a nice
That's
moment.
amazing.
Yeah. And then the other homeless man shuffled off.
We have noticed there's like a reoccurring guy that you know, how do you he comes every day to get a free burger, and then we see him there every day like clockwork.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see people entering the gym or right next to a Gold's Gym. So I'll see like, like dudes in tank tops.
This segment sponsored by P Terry's.
P. Terry's at
Move your arm,
Gold's
Keon.
Gym.
Move your arm.
Okay.
There you go, P Terry's.
The armpit.
Apparently
Exactly.
EK said that, or at least on Stacker News, he said that he quite enjoyed P Terry's. He said it was good, cheap burgers.
Yeah, he's a cheapo. He's like we have a friend who prefers the burgers from 7-Eleven for their price.
Yeah. Let's get 7-Eleven. If you never seen this crazy show before, we cover the top 5 stories on Stacker News, Stacker.news, front page of Bitcoin. This week, we're going to go backwards because Keyan wants to go backwards this week. So we're going to start from 5. We're going to start with 5 and then go to 1. Stackers, let us know if this works. I actually think this is a bad idea. But
Car doesn't like change.
I do like change. I just don't like constant.
He doesn't like change that I come up with.
No, it's just I don't. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. I'd like to be proven wrong, so we'll see. We will start with top 5. We'll start with the bottom 5 and then go work our way up. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's jump into it. The first, or I should say, the 5th top story of the week is if BTC hit 1 million tomorrow, what would you do? This is from Stack Harder, November 11th, Bitcoin territory. 88 comments, 3,186 cents. Keyan.
Yeah, well, like this week, Bitcoin weather has been good. We've had pretty high, pretty great Bitcoin weather, high price. And so people are, they're thinking about how wealthy they are. Bitcoiners are starting to get big egos. They're starting to think they're smart.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Because they stuck around. They're beginning to think that they built a lot of great stuff. And but mostly their Bitcoin is worth more fiat now. It's interesting. I really don't like bull markets for that reason. Bitcoiners, it tends to turn Bitcoiners that are ordinarily awesome into shitheads. But anyway, otherwise, the Bitcoin price is up, and people are considering what to do now that they're.
But why did he say
rich.
$1 million though? It's not $1 million.
Yeah, but he's thinking about the future. He's projecting, extrapolating into the future. The Bitcoin price.
Anything good? What did people say? That looks like the top one was from Undisciplined. Says I would probably put all my energy into my Bitcoin activities and less into the fiat job. We would also probably get more serious about moving.
Yeah, it seems like Undisciplined has been planning a move for a while.
Yeah. Interesting. What do you think?
Looks like there is
anything you would do if Bitcoin went to $1 million? You'd probably be more busier, maybe.
No, I mean, I don't think I could physically be busier. I could maybe distribute my busyness better, and then I would be busy with different stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't think much would change. I don't really need anything that requires money.
Yeah.
I've Yeah, I'm happy with like a college lifestyle. Uh, for the most part.
Yeah, we live a pretty good life already as it
Yeah,
is.
that's how I feel about
I
it.
mean, I don't know. I feel like
I would like to be
what's
sexier,
that? What's that?
but
What's that?
money doesn't help me do that.
What's that song? Mo money more. It's a famous Puff Daddy song.
I'd like to be able to sing,
More
but
money.
money isn't going to help me do
I
that.
forget the name of it. Anyways, that song is kind of probably what happened. You would turn into Puff Daddy if you had more money.
No, you don't want to turn. Are you saying I would turn into a pedophile if I have money?
No, I'm saying like that kind of money, the $1 million per Bitcoin, it would yeah, it would
You think
definitely turn people.
Oh, you mean
It's weird.
it would turn them to be, they would start creating lots of problems.
I think
Their money
so.
would create
I
problems.
think
More money,
so.
more problems.
I think so. Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
How about you? Would anything change for you?
I don't think so. I
You get a
think probably.
recliner?
I think the only thing I've been saying for over a year now, I just probably, maybe retire early. But then again, I mean, what is that, right?
Yeah. What is retire? What would you
Yeah,
do if in retirement?
probably just go fishing and probably pick up surfing or something.
Surfing.
I always wanted to learn how to surf. I think that would be
Ooh.
cool.
Okay, so you got to move because there's no unless you're surfing on the.
Yeah, I would probably
lake
just go
here.
back to Corpus or something.
They have surfing in Corpus.
Yeah, I think there's some boogie boarding.
Okay, so you're a boogie. Your dream is to boogie board.
Dude, no, there's this amazing like it's called the island, but there's this amazing like these like they're like they kind of run off like into different things. Like once you get to the island, there's different ways different places that you can access. But there was one time I went this other way and found this whole small little community of like wave boarders, which I was like, wow, this is cool. And it's just a small little community. You would have never known it was there. It was just buried inside of the South Texas coastline. So cool. I think I would get into stuff like that where I would just go kind of wander like Bob Dylan when he left Minnesota to become a folk singer and just kind of do stuff like that.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds pretty awesome. I wish I had a dream like that.
Just like basically just start up a new identity, basically, and just not tell anybody who you are. I think that's probably what I would do. Go live another life.
Okay. What would your name be for your new identity?
I don't know. I'd probably change it again.
Where are you going to buy a passport now that the Silk Road isn't operational? How are you going to get a new fake passport?
We'll see. Maybe I can get on Shopster. Just
kidding.
There
you go.
Just kidding.
Diagon Alley.
Just kidding. The fourth top story is Parity coming to your world soon. This is from Go, November 10th. Bitcoin territory, 13 comments, 6,083 sats. Keyan, what's this?
Yeah. So when we hit 100,000,
it's all price stuff this week.
Yeah, price is up. Bitcoiners are like that. I mean, I think there's, when you hit an all-time high, there's reason to take note. All-time high, but after that, it just gets so lame. But we'll get bored. Bitcoiners will get bored with it again, and Bitcoin will be like uninteresting.
So the gas went up or something, or gas went down?
No, he's saying that once we hit $100,000 per coin, if you look at this, like gas that's displayed this way, those are sats. If you remove the period, that'll be
interesting.
Yeah, it'll be let's say 100,000. If we're looking at the sign, and on this day it's $100,000 per Bitcoin, a gallon of unleaded gasoline is 1,229 sats.
Wow. That's kind of cool.
That would be fun, right?
Yeah.
You can really begin thinking in sats effectively then.
Why don't we do it like that?
It's hard to do the math.
No, I'm saying why don't we show sats like that? Even if it's just like a S. Remember how we're always trying to figure out, just use the sat symbol or use the lightning symbol or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think a comma would be just fine.
A comma?
Yeah, like instead of doing sats, it's just a comma right there, like a sat symbol or anything. People will just know, hey, there's a comma, that's probably sats. I don't know. Maybe not.
Maybe not. I mean, one of the more interesting recent proposals, so it was a while ago though, was from Slashtags. I think they call themselves PubKey now. From John Carvalho's group, and they think that we should just use the Bitcoin symbol as the sat symbol. And I think they were. I don't know if they were displaying it with all the zeros and the decimal places or not, but they were just like, use the Bitcoin symbol.
Yeah, I think it should be like this, where it's just like 1, 2. I don't know. I always change. I change every year. So, and then just like a S or something. I don't know. Or cents. I don't know. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Paul from the Mutiny team is fond of sat. Not even, get rid of the S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works too. Anyways, we got Desert Dave. Top comment says, I'm so ready. I feel so frustrated with the world being so far behind right now. South Korea said, come to Korea. 1 sat equals 1 Korean something.
Kroner? No, that's like another. That might be a dessert.
BTC Manual says, I really can't believe we're already so close to sat parity for the top 50 fiats. Yeah, it is kind of interesting. I think, was it like sat? Do they post that in here? Yeah, I think it's I think we're at like I think we're at 1,000, right? Right now, currently. Let's see.
Yeah, we're close to
Wait, hang on.
1,000 sats per dollar.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's insane. I remember when it was like 3,900.
Oh, I remember it being 6,000 sats per dollar. That's where it was.
I mean, like,
last.
this is insane, dude. It's wild. Look how far we've come.
We haven't come anywhere, but Bitcoin's price has come somewhere.
It's wild.
We are not Bitcoin's price. We do not get to ride on Bitcoin's coattails.
Yeah. Cool. The third top story is introducing Maple AI, private chat, encrypted end-to-end. This is from Tony Giorgio, November 12th, tech territory. 13 comments, 7,600 sats. Keyan, what's this?
Yeah. The Mutiny team unveiled what they have been working on since not working on Mutiny, their Lightning and Bitcoin wallet. And they're working on Open Secret, which is providing like an end-to-end encrypted API to developers, and they are dogfooding their own API in Maple by running a chatbot that is end-to-end encrypted. So Maple consumes Open Secret's API, which manages these encryption keys and allows like syncing of data between devices. But Maple, the application, cannot read any of the data. It's all just ciphertext that they see. And so you get like an OpenAI like experience, but you're not leaking a bunch of private data to them. And so this is like their, they wanted to be their first customer of their product to really give it a good, see what applications could be built. And Maple is what they built.
Yeah, it's good to see them come out with something interesting. I know Uncle Jim's going to be working on some stuff with them, so it'd be cool to see more and more applications built.
Yeah, it doesn't involve Bitcoin in any way, but it is informed by their experience managing private keys in a wallet, and they had a need for this, and so that's why they created Open Secret, was based on that. And
yeah, I think we'll see more and more companies this cycle, really just start kind of moving in this direction. There's just not a lot of ways to make money in this ecosystem. I don't know. That's what I foresee.
Moving what direction?
I think just general tech. I guess you should say general tech.
You think Bitcoin companies are going to pivot off of Bitcoin? Is that what you're saying?
I think we'll see more new companies that have like Bitcoiners at their core doing more general tech stuff. I think we'll see more of that. I could be wrong. We'll see.
Okay.
Cool. We got a top comment from Morningstar. Congratulations, sir. Will Stacker News ever add a chat box? Is it in the plans?
I don't know what this was about. I think in the context of if they're talking about it in the context of this post, super out of context, but if they're talking in the context of this post, they might mean, are we going to have an AI chatbot on Stacker News like Grok or something is on X? And no, absolutely not.
No, I think they meant like a chat box that you could chat.
Yeah, but that doesn't belong in this post. So whoever's apped it, how dare you? And
What?
and
It's a free market.
yeah, but if they mean like, are stackers gonna be able to chat with each other? Yes.
Yep.
That is planned.
Cascader said, "Congratulations, gentlemen! Excited to play with it." Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. I tried it out and I asked Maple AI which maple syrup is better, grade A or grade B. You can find both.
Is there different maple syrups?
There are different grades of maple syrup.
Depending on what, the tree or something?
No, depending on like they grade.
Wait, maple syrup
grade
comes from a tree, or does it come from a bee?
A bee?
Wait, no, I'm thinking of honey.
You are thinking of honey.
Wait, maple comes from a tree, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, just making sure. Hey, man. Hey.
I know you grew up in Texas around boogie boarders, but Jesus.
Hey, man. It's been a long day.
We found a maple bee somewhere. Anyway, but you want grade B maple syrup. If you're a maple syrup fan, you really want grade B maple syrup because grade B maple syrup tastes more mapley.
Why? Because it's an older tree?
No, it's like it's like kind of like different grades of beef. You have like select, choice, and prime beef.
Select choices.
What?
It's no bueno.
You don't like select?
No.
Yeah, you don't. Select is like the lowest grade you can find in a grocery store. Usually, most grocery stores have choice.
Yeah. Top choice.
And then you go to a nice restaurant, and they'll probably have prime.
Yeah, prime time.
But that's what it is. It's like
Cool.
it's just the results of the tree, and it's unpredictable. But they grade them, they categorize them this way. B is better, in my opinion.
Nice. It's good to see Tony back on Stacker News. It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't suspect he'll stick around. He said he's recovering from his Bitcoin addiction.
Yeah, that makes sense. Plus, it's a bull run. Enjoy it, boys. We got the next. What's this? Number 2? Just number 2? Number 2 top.
This is your job. You have to keep the count.
I know. Well, you threw it.
I think this is number 3.
You threw it off.
I think this is number 3.
No, this is number 2.
Okay, number 2. All right.
Yeah, threw it off. So we're going backwards.
Number 2. We're almost at 1, guys.
We're almost at 1. Hopefully you've stuck around. Number 2 is, I like some input on a possible logo. This is from Fabs, Design Territory, November 9th. 108 comments. Dude, what's up with Fabs and all his fans on Stacker News?
Well, he's a regular character. He's a.
Oh yeah, he's definitely
a regular at the bar. This is like he comes around a lot, and so he's
comes around with crazy stuff.
Yeah, and he has his own. He's gotten really into sewing, and he sews his own stuff.
Really?
Yeah. This is what this post is about. Is he's gotten deeper into sewing, and he's going to create a logo and a brand around the things that he's sewing.
And he's asking which one to use.
Yeah, he's asking which of the logos do people prefer.
Which one do you prefer?
I mean, I don't really like either of them.
I'm not crazy about either one, but I would, if I had to pick between these two, I'd pick the one on the left.
I'd pick the one on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't understand what these mountains. This looks like a video game.
Yeah, I think that's true.
This feels like, it's a brand. But
both of them feel like brands to me, but neither of them really do much for me. Also,
it's AI generated.
I think it probably is.
Yeah.
I commented in there. I think Fabbycraft is the wrong name. I think I would prefer Fabcraft, but he might be. I mean, I don't know if the Fab.
What about Craft? No, wait. Fraft.
I like when you do things where you're just like you prompt your mind. You're like my mind will produce the right thing when I begin speaking. Like
I do that all the time.
I know,
all the time.
I don't trust my mind like that.
Free.
You're a free man.
My mind is free.
$sat parity and you're free.
Cool. What did the top comments say? BTCL Nat said, first, congratulations on finding something you like. Second, remember to charge in Bitcoin. That's important. As for designs, I'm not even close to being a designer, but as a client, I would see a logo. I need it not to deceive me. Oh, good point. And to make it clear to me what it's about without having to ask. That's why I picked the first one. I like the sewing needle appear in the second logo, but the thread looks like thread, not the end of danger. Yeah.
I would just, my recommendation generally for things is to make them less complicated if you're unsure. So like if you're like not sure about your logo and you think adding stuff is going to fix it, it'll just make it worse.
It'll make it worse. Just, I would say dwindle this all the way down.
Like nothing.
Completely.
It's just a needle. It's just a needle.
Yeah, I wouldn't say go that far, but I'm saying just like get it to where it's like as much as you can. Fab, that's my advice. What did Fab say? Or Fab said, so what's your verdict? I don't like the logo to have a specific shape. A simple circle or rectangle is more than enough. I'm considering Bitcoin only. Cool. Ken B says, I think you need to give a bit more info about your business. For example, why are there mountains in the logo?
There you go.
I was wondering the same thing too. Like, why is there mountains? Yeah. Anyways. Drop the just Facebook. It's cleaner. Dude, that's such a memorable line. Did you ever see that movie, Keyan?
I did see that movie back when it came out in like 92, whatever that was.
Yeah. Anyways. Look, somebody made him a logo. There you go.
Oh, it looks like an industrial cleaning service.
Yeah, that looks like sludge.
Fabs and Friends.
Fabcraft.
Fabs and Friends cleaners.
Yeah. Anyways, cool. And we're going to get into the number one. Stackers, can you believe it? The number one story of the week? The consensus conundrum. Bitcoin faces a one-of-a-kind leadership problem from RC25. Bitcoin territory, November 14th, 28 comments, 6,448 sats. Keyan, explain what kind of conundrum we're in.
Yeah, so this is written by James O'Byrne, who did the op vault proposal. Was it NIDIG, right? Writing that proposal, was paid to do research on this proposal and wrote this proposal. And, they're contending with consensus around that and consensus generally, and so in this essay they wrote, they describe that perhaps one of the reasons why we can't get consensus changes anymore is because Bitcoin doesn't have clear leadership like it once did. Pretty much all the consensus upgrades that we've had were done by someone who was more or less seen as like a leader, and kind of everyone trusted them and kind of deferred judgment to them more or less. And no core maintainers at this time really want that responsibility. And so that's one of the reasons why he suspects we will not get consensus. And then he describes the general context of as Bitcoin gains more adoption, most people presume that what will happen is consensus upgrades become harder.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's true. It seems true. It makes sense that it'd be true because you're like coordinating more people. But yeah, maybe not. Maybe if you have the right leader, it's not actually that hard. Anyway, it just prompted everyone to have a discourse around consensus, and seems like a more productive one because James isn't representing explicitly any one side of the consensus debate. He's merely kind of just, kind of laying out the facts as he sees them. I think he would probably be on the side of preferring a consensus change, but he's not, calling anyone an ossifier or, calling anyone slurs because they don't want a consensus change. So we had a production, and he's like very well respected among developers, Bitcoin developers, has been in the space a long time. And yeah,
he said at the very end, he says, I've gone back and forth about writing a post like this because I don't have any concrete prescriptions or recommendations. I guess I can only hope that bringing up these uncomfortable observations is some distant precursor to making progress on scaling self-custody. All these opinions have probably been expressed by Jeremy Rubin years ago in his blog. I'm just tired of biting my tongue. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think he wants it to change, but he's not telling anyone that it should change. He has like his own self-interest. He knows that it doesn't end well if he tries to die on the hill of Bitcoin changing.
Yeah.
He's citing Jeremy Rubin, who went really hard trying to get CTVN and ended up kind of stepping away from Bitcoin because he was just so frustrated with people accusing him of being a bad actor in so many ways after doing so much work on Bitcoin and wanting off CTVN.
Yeah. Got the top comment from Scoresby. He says, TLDR, past Bitcoin forks were led by no one or by one or two people in Core, but Core is trying to wash its hands of fork leadership, and that means nothing will happen. He said, definitely an interesting thread to watch on Twitter today. Lots of thoughtful responses. Rough consensus is really rough. While I'm not an ossifier, I do think it's okay that Bitcoin is a mess. Probably I would feel differently if I worked in Bitcoin development. It sounds like a slog. One compelling point James makes is that as more adoption occurs, Bitcoin will get even harder to change. So it is possible that we should consider enacting some changes before too long. Whatever happens next in Bitcoin is going to be interesting. Yeah. You got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that's right. I think everyone agrees that we need the great consensus cleanup, which, fixes a number of bugs in consensus, and just makes Bitcoin more secure in the long run. And everyone seems to agree that we need that at some point. It's a hard fork. So it's a little bit harder to pull off. And then no one's really like actively working on it and promoting it like any of the other soft fork proposals, because everyone's like, going hard on covenants because there's like a business use case for it. You can build interesting things, while the great consensus cleanup is like it's like cleaning a room. It's like there's nothing exciting about that. But I think Scoresby nailed it.
Yeah, and Scoresby tags a lot of different opinions.
Yeah, he shares stuff from the Twitter thread,
which is good because most people don't have Twitter.
A lot of people in Stacker News don't.
Yeah. He said John Cavallo said not actually replied to OP, but seems related. 2 years ago, several Bitcoin core devs and myself submitted PRs to remove mempool full RBF, but we were told it isn't a controversial change. This is merely giving users options with the default off. Recently changed the default to on, removing the option to turn it off. So there you go. He also said, Udi said that I think if no one has any idea what step it is, that's a major problem. It's hard to trust anything that guy says. AJ Town says, consensus change, always a leadership problem, never a CI is failing and rebase is needed problem. What does he mean by CI?
Oh, continuous integration. It's like
okay.
It's part of like a developer process, software process.
He quotes MBK, says, many things here are true, and yet Bitcoin just works. Bitcoin doesn't have to be perfect, just needs to be better than everything else. Embrace the chaos. People try to describe order to ever-changing spontaneous order, like my friend Moneyball with BCAP project will always be wrong. There you go.
Yeah, I've heard that. And MVK says that a lot about the consensus stuff. Is he's like, just get out. He's like, get out. He's like, chill. He's like, enjoy being rich. Like, look at me. I'm like tan. I have a Brazilian accent. I'm living in Canada. Shit like that.
Make your friends this bull run, aren't you, Keyan?
No, they don't get. None of them give a shit about me.
I don't know. I just feel like I've been beating this drum for over a year now. So I don't know. Stackers know how I feel about this. It's this is gonna happen post Bitcoin ETF. This is what I said, and it's gonna. I think it's probably why we're seeing a lot of L2 stuff, because people probably know that there's no changes coming to Bitcoin anytime soon. So let the L2 race war, or not race wars, L2 chain wars, or not chain, L2 wars begin. That's what I say. Anyways,
I don't think there's really not much of a war happening on L2s.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, Arc, Liquid,
those are all like research projects.
We'll see. I don't know.
I mean, Fetty is
a year from now, maybe we'll all be using eCash.
Fetty is more like a layer. I mean, if it's a layer at all, it's not even a layer because it's custodial. But you maybe would. Most people would call it a layer 3.
I just know you're not going to be holding your own Bitcoin.
I mean, not if
That's where everything's going.
things don't get better.
Cool. That's all the top 5 stories of the week. We went backwards, so the last one felt like
The last one was the best one. It was the first one, and we built up to it.
yeah, I really didn't like it. I like it the other way better because it like leads up, and then this was all.
No, it leads down.
This one feels different.
This one leads up.
Stackers, let us know in the comments. Leave it like this, or yeah.
Also, comment, should Car get more scarves? I just want to know.
It's cold outside.
I know.
It's cold outside. We're right by a window all day. I didn't realize though this place gets really cold.
It does get drafty.
I think it's because of the window.
These windows aren't sealed right. They like sealed them they like painted them shut, but they're not like closed fully, so air comes through.
Yeah, you can feel the air from.
Yeah, drafty.
Ooh, that's cold. Anyways,
I need a scarf.
You should get a scarf. It's scarf season. People take you more seriously when you wear a scarf. It's weird.
They probably do, but
it's like, oh, look at this guy. He's
then I'd take myself less seriously, because I'd be like, I don't need a scarf.
Sometimes I just like wearing scarves just to feel like I'm more serious.
Yeah, it's an important people wear scarves.
Like the least serious guy ever.
It's not true. You won't wear a hat. One of these beautiful hats.
All right. Oh wait. We got to get into more stories. Hang on. The next one we're going to jump into, let's jump into mine real quick. So the next one we're going to jump into, we announced Top Builder this week. Woohoo. Dude, we have signups already, which is crazy. Yeah, more information here. So definitely if you're interested in being a part of Top Builder, last year, I think all the top 6 ended up with money of some sort from some places. So definitely apply. It's not that long of an application process. It's like 6 questions. And look, you could be this guy who won last year. Look at that.
Wow.
We got the prize money fulfilled today.
He's done really good since he won.
So that's good. But yeah, look at him. He was on CNBC.
Wow. CNBC?
Yeah, he was on CNBC.
In Mexico?
No, here in America.
In America? Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Dude, he got like a lot of publicity from this. So if you're a startup struggling right now, probably should join Top Builder. Anyways, we got judges. Look at that.
Dude, Lisa looks like she got her Judas doctor in that photo.
We got mentors. Look, I threw Keyan on there without him knowing.
Yeah, that's what Car always does.
We got Steven too. Steven's gonna be a mentor this year.
Ah, amazing.
Yeah. Anyways, got more announcements to have, but just wanted to share that. And then the other thing, we're gonna check in on Jippi this week because they're still at the very top of Stacker News. Let's see if they raised more money since last week. Oh, 47K, Keyan, in your face.
Why is it in my face?
I don't know. Just felt good to say. What do you think? 18% committed?
I think that's good. Number go up.
Dude,
fundraising go up.
In 2 weeks. Stackers.
Commitments go up.
Stackers, if you're out there, look at this. Jippi. Timestamp. 47K. 18% committed. He's 82. He's 82. Wait, is that 82.2? Yeah, 82.2 away from the full race. Do you think you would have done this way if you would you have done something similar through Timestamp last cycle, Keyan?
Oh, I don't know if people would have, I don't know. I have no, it's hard to tell. I was so green. I think I would have done something like this. If I think back to then, and I was just, biffing, striking out with investor after investor, sort of to start. And then,
then you hit it out of the park. Cool. And then we're going to jump into Keyan's top story of the week, which is Paul versus Tyson. I didn't realize it was going to be on Netflix. Yeah. So what is this? I'm going to hit play here so the stackers can listen.
Yeah. So this is, I guess Paul did an ayahuasca trip, and he had a vision of him fighting Mike Tyson and knocking Mike Tyson out. So he called Mike Tyson when he got back from Peru or whatever, and was like, Mike, I'm going to fight you. And Mike's like, yeah, let's do it. And now this is what happened. This is the result. They're going to fight tonight. And
yeah, I wonder. When I saw this, I thought it was a documentary. I didn't even know they were actually fighting for real, for real.
They're for real.
But they're for real fighting
They're
now,
for
right?
real fighting.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought for some reason they were just kind of talking about it.
Nope, they're fighting, and it's happening tonight on Netflix.
Is it just going to be streaming? Or
streaming?
I've never seen streaming on Netflix before, so that's what's kind of weird.
Well, they did it. What was really cool is they did a series. They did like a 3-episode series on Netflix where they kind of document their training and like them talking shit to each other and stuff. And then at the end of it, they're like 3 days until the fight. But regardless of when you watch it, because they released it like a week or two before.
So the fight could have already taken place, is what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is they had dynamic video based on when you were watching the promotional series. They were showing you exactly how many days from when you saw that frame where it said how many days left until the fight. They changed it based on the time. Like, Netflix has been messing around with this kind of dynamic video stuff where you play games and movies and stuff.
You remember that? Yeah, they did that with Black Mirror for one season or one.
Yeah, it was terrible. But they're experimenting. They continue to experiment with it, so that was kind of interesting. But yeah, this is going to be on Netflix tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna
7 p.m. It's a few hours from now.
I'm gonna watch that.
Okay, I'm gonna watch
Silo instead.
Silo only has like one episode.
New season. Yeah, new season.
You can watch one episode and I will wait a week.
These always never go anywhere. I feel like these kind of fights, like it's always just they're friends. They're just like goofing around and they're just collecting a payday. And
what?
Yeah, they never go. Have you never seen any of his other fights? The Paul fights?
Jake Paul fights?
Yeah.
He's had a few fights where he knocked people out.
No, like some of the other ones, like the early ones that I saw, like
I
think he fought Money Mayweather, didn't he?
I don't think he fought Floyd. That was
his brother.
That was an MMA guy, I think.
Anyways, we'll see. I'll see the highlights.
Yeah, but a lot of boxing matches come down to decisions, and they're like arbitrary decisions, and they can be kind of boring and slow. But Tyson is quite a few of his wins were KOs. And they're going to be, this is like an entertainment fight. And so they're going to be trying to entertain. Jake Paul's running this business as sort of like an entertainment business. And so he's probably going to want to entertain too. It's probably going to be very fun to watch.
So we got Desert Dave. We got Mike Tyson may be old, but he doesn't look or move like an old man. Let us not forget about old man strengths. Mentally, Jake Paul is still a boy. He seems afraid of Mike to me. Tyson looks so focused. Personally, my 28-year-old would have been gotten kicked by who I will be when I'm 60. I don't know.
The end of the boxing coaches from the series were saying that the one thing boxers lose last is their power. So they'll age and maintain their power.
Interesting.
They'll lose their speed, they'll lose their endurance, but their power will persist into late age. And so that's kind of Mike Tyson's whole bag is.
Yeah, I think Tyson should just go in there and just go full throttle.
Yeah, but that's exactly what Jake Paul would expect him to do, in which case Jake Paul would expect to
drag it out,
run away from him.
Is it 8 rounds or is it just 12 rounds?
I think they're doing
5 rounds.
Oh, I think it might be fewer. I think it's fewer than 12. I think they also have
3-minute rounds,
2 or 3 minute rounds. Whatever the traditional round is, they're a minute shorter.
Oh, so I think the original is 3 minutes, so it's probably like 2-minute rounds.
Probably 2 minutes.
So 2-minute rounds, 8 rounds, something like that.
8 rounds sounds good. Yeah, that's probably it.
That's probably right. Interesting. Cool. We'll see you next week. Who won? Let's jump into the top stackers. So top stackers? Yeah, top stackers. Top stackers of the week. 3 people in hiding.
3 people in hiding. Me and EK.
Probably more important to start hiding now that we're post 100. Well, we're not post 100K yet, but we're in that area now. Maybe start hiding stackers.
It's a good time to hide. Yeah, looks like, I think EK and I probably outspent most stackers because most stackers are like, I'm rich. I'm not spending any of this.
RSync stacking a lot this week. 55K. Dude, that's going to.
Gray Ruby stacked 117.
Dude, that's crazy. He stacks that much every week, right? 55K?
Yeah. Well, he spent a lot too.
Oh wait, does he?
Yeah, he spent.
Oh, he spent 40.
Yeah.
So Rsync should just make his own territory, just called Rsync. Get double bang for his.
Well, then he'd really not be making money because territories don't make any money right now.
Well, if he does this every week, well, yeah, I guess he would still be short about 50K.
Yeah.
What do we got? But now he would make some. Do you make money from the comments or no?
From the comments?
Yeah.
Oh, you make money from comments?
The territories?
Yes, and comments and territories make money.
Cool.
Yeah, you make money from the zaps on comments as a territory founder. You make money from the comments themselves. You mean when you post, do you make money?
No, let's say hypothetically, Rsync makes his own territory, and then he starts posting all his stuff on there. Is it free for territory founders or no to post?
It's close to free. They get a 70% discount.
Okay, so there you go. So then he'll probably make up money at some point then if he
might get closer to breaking even, but it's probably more profitable for him to just post in other territories for now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jump into, is it top territories? Oh wait, you have the top territories now?
We've always had the top territories.
Oh wow. So Bitcoin,
you guys,
Sports.
You guys, if you look by revenue and not stacking, you're looking at the day and not the
anime. So it really is alternative, huh? What happened to books and articles? That was doing pretty well for a really long time.
Maybe competition. Maybe people haven't been.
Stacker
posting.
Sports is blowing up. Apparently, all you got to do is make a podcast for your territory.
Yeah. If you look at revenue, that's the one I look at a lot.
Where's that at?
It's in the middle. Yeah.
Stacker Sports.
There you go. If you go for the month, we can see how many territories are almost profitable.
What do you mean?
If you go to buy revenue for a month.
Right here.
There you go.
Look at that.
Look at that. Builders. Look at that.
Labs. Wow. They have a physical space, so I mean, it kind of makes sense. The more money you spend in real life, probably.
Stacker Sports just broke the revenue
because they have a podcast now.
The revenue broke out. Econ is getting
Meta?
close.
Oh, you're Meta.
I'm Meta. Bitcoin is super profitable.
Oh. So yeah, I think it's maybe right now in this iteration you probably should have some sort of real world attach thing to your territory.
It's definitely very early. Probably hard to make them profitable.
Nostr, you would think Nostr would have more, but I guess not.
People on Nostr don't want to post about Nostr on Stacker News. Maybe you get more, attention on Nostr itself.
They should build something where you can post on Nostr and then show up on Stacker News or Twitter, something like that. Cool. Movies too. You would think this would be more. I definitely like this one. This is a territory I enjoy.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Let's jump into the top cowboys of the week.
Yeehaw.
The most popular segment in Bitcoin, the cowboy segment. Keyan, what do we got?
That's right. It looks like I'm of the people who are out in the open.
You've had your gun for 28 days?
That's right, dude. The gun's easy.
Did you have the gun before you released the gun?
No, of course not. Okay. I think I lost my gun.
Days?
Yeah, it's been about a month since I
released the
gun. My horse, I lose my horse all the friggin' time. I need a better horse. I know. I keep losing them, or a snake spooks them, or someone steals it. What are you gonna do? I get drunk at the saloon. Forget where I left.
Kicked out.
Forget where I left.
Blockchain Boog's got a shooter.
Horse.
Shooters.
Shooter shoot.
Shooter shoot. Blockchain Boog.
Shooter shoot. Cowboy shoot.
Let me see. We are all Satoshi. HN Rsync. Wow. He doesn't have a shooter
he's kept it for a long time.
Yeah. Pretty great stuff.
Pretty great
stuff. Let me pull up the fountain stuff. Let's see, where is... I know we had some comments here. in the past 7 days. Yeah, we did. So this one was from last week's episode. Keyan, he had a question for you.
Oh, okay.
This is Piaz from last week's episode's girlfriend finally got off zero. He said, my girlfriend got scammed through her Coinbase account a few years ago, but since meeting me, she has been very open-minded to learning about Bitcoin and self-custody and mining. Very slow drips of information, and she is learning.
Girl miners, that's
kind of hot. Until she is more comfortable, I convinced her to start buying FBTC within her Roth IRA. She texted me the last week or so. Super excited that I got her to start buy right before a recent all-time high. I know that Bitcoin ETF is a shitcoin. Trust me. But I'll take her joy in her shitcoin gains. It's a positive step towards self-custody down the road. LFG. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I mean, I think it probably builds someone, the ETF, like seeing their ETF holdings increase in value probably builds a lot of interest in Bitcoin, the real asset. Like, oh, wow, this has performed really well. Maybe there's something more to this that I should get, they maybe get curious about what real Bitcoin is like. And maybe that's what happens, or maybe they just stay in an ETF forever. But I'm sure because they have your guidance, whoever that person was.
Piaz.
Because they have your guidance, Piaz, they'll come to light. But I'm not super confident other people will have that experience, unfortunately. But you can help her have it. And that'd be great.
Not really. He's a big snacker on the pod.
Big stacker.
We also got Blockchain Book says, good luck to the Jippi team. Zap.
Zap, Jippi.
Cool.
Dude.
Blockchain Books everywhere.
So over there, he's over here.
Yeah.
In between.
All right, Keyan. I mean, what are you doing this weekend?
What am I doing this weekend? Where Austin is throwing a party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's his product's birthday.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna have a birthday party for his product. Then there's the Tyson fight, and then I learned from Tony this morning that there's a Thanksgiving thing, which I didn't realize.
What? I told you like 2 weeks ago.
You asked me if I would go. That's what you said. I didn't know that. I didn't know a date. I didn't know what was going on. I must have missed something, which makes sense. But
so you're not going, or?
Well, I don't. I plan to go if I am prepared enough.
Show up with some biscuits.
Okay, I'll try to find biscuits.
It starts tomorrow, so should be.
That's the other thing.
Should be fun.
What else?
It's a yearly thing. It's a once-a-year thing, so it'll be special.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be great. How about you? What are you doing this weekend?
Well, mostly work. I'm doing Thanksgiving stuff tomorrow, so I'll be here for that.
What are you making for Thanksgiving?
Oh, what am I making? I usually make a good ham. I like throwing some pineapple and some ham in a crock pot and let it cook. That's what I do. Put some maple.
Grade B. You got to get grade B.
No, actually, I think it is like a maple ham. And I throw some brown sugar in there.
Probably is maple ham.
Yeah. Throw some brown sugar. And yeah, it'll be good.
All right.
We got Johnny Ochoa coming too. He's going to be doing the turkey. So that's going to be pretty interesting.
Wow. I'd be curious to have a professional's turkey.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder what that's like.
Yeah. Cool. I guess we'll get going on. You got any cowboy movies you want to recommend?
That's your thing. I don't recommend cowboy. I haven't watched many Westerns before. I used to do this thing where I'd only watch movies from certain actors every week. I would restrict myself, and one week I restricted myself to Val Kilmer. It was like for a month. I think it was a month. I would do a month of like only Val Kilmer movies. Is the only movies I could watch. And I think, what was it like? It was like Unforgiven. Was it Unforgiven?
Yeah, Unforgiven.
I think that was it.
Good movie.
Yeah, that was the one.
Dude, he's such a great actor. Val Kilmer.
He died or something, right?
Yeah, he died bad. Yeah.
Did he die?
Yeah, the last movie he made was Top Gun, and he was in there, and he was his.
Are we sure he died? Maybe he just
dude, he died.
Okay.
No, here, I'll Google it, but I'm pretty sure.
I feel like he didn't die, actually, and I just missed
No,
him.
he did.
Did like drugs?
Pretty sure. Wikipedia? Oh, wait, is he still alive? Yeah, he's still alive. Never mind.
Dude.
I feel bad.
Yeah, dude.
Is he still alive? No way.
So look at him.
No, is he still
He was
alive?
making movies in 2022.
Oh, wait. He was hospitalized to your battle.
Yeah, throat cancer. So maybe
Yeah, so he's still alive. Why did he make it? Oh, because he died in Top Gun. That's why. That's why I thought he was dead.
Dude.
Gosh. Hey, man. This is what movies psyop you into believing.
Yeah, Car just is a rabbit.
Either that or, what they say, the whole what's that thing they say about the whole never mind, I forget.
Jeez. All right. Yeah, Val Kilmer's live. Let's celebrate that this weekend, Stackers.
I thought he was dead. That sucks.
Super
Man.
alive.
Super alive. That's that's good. I was worried. He thinks he could still do movies because technically in that movie, Top Gun, he literally just he just pointed at things and wrote things down. So if you got any parts like that.
Yeah, he plays a good, kind of a bad boy. Like a little bit, kind of he's like kind of a Johnny Depp, like a whiter Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp's white, but he's Val Kilmer's whiter.
I feel like
a little more
ethnic, Johnny Depp is kind of just
like
a
European.
pirate. It's like a pirate guy. He's just loose. He's kind of a loose guy.
He's that. He's definitely that. He plays a great introverted psychological thrillery character, even in a normal movie. It seems like he within himself is a psychological thriller. Is what it.
Dude, every week around this time we get a ambulance come through. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, dude. People trying to make a ham, don't know what they're doing. Don't realize you need grade B maple syrup and some pineapple. Crock pot.
Oh man! All right, I think that's all I got. Keyan, you got anything else you want to bring up? Do you have any meta this week? Any meta to go through?
Did I have meta? I mean, we did an AMA with Sean Baker, the jacked carnivore guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did that AMA today.
Anything else?
Any other meta
updates coming up?
We'll have some wallet stuff that'll come out. More wallets. Everyone loves the wallets. They just keep asking us for more and more. They just want us to keep working on wallets. So that's what we do. Yeah, we'll have another wallet release, probably a few more before the end of the year. Oh, this is pretty good.
What is this? What is this?
Someone created a. Yeah.
Why do they call it?
They're calling out ass milkers. They created an account specifically to write this post and call out ass milkers.
What the heck? Is this Darth Coin doing? What the heck?
No, this isn't Darth Coin's writing at all.
This is hilarious. This should have been in the top 5.
Well, it was 1 hour ago they wrote it and released it. It probably would have done pretty good.
This is amazing. All right, well, that's all I got. Keyan.
Zap.